Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm your host, Rich, and I'm joined by Ravage. Ravage, we're about to jump into match number 2. The picks and bans have already started, and we're seeing Elevate step up to the plate once again.
And we finally see Eager's full roster. Amazing.
That's scary. That's
Amazing.
Terrifying.
Yeah,
That's
their
really
full roster apparently is still undefeated, from what we're being told. So Jelly back with the team right now, which is a big deal.
Yeah, Jelly's we were talking about this earlier today while we were actually playing Smite. Jelly's absolutely godlike.
He is. He's something else. Interesting storyline here. El Chapo and Jelly are actually from Disney Acceleration. Some of you guys may remember them from the whole Challengers Cup fiasco, where they were banned for throwing a game. Their bans for competitive play actually up on October 25th. Interesting storyline. These guys actually both from the Challengers Cup on a high-end team. Clow actually, who plays is sub for Eager right now, is actually a sub for those guys as well, involved in that little kerfuffle. So interesting to see a lot of these guys moved over to the Xbox, are reviving their competitive careers, and you have to say that that's good to see.
I love the word kerfuffle. Congrats to you, Ravage. You just won tonight by saying kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle? You like that one?
Kerfuffle, that's the word of the day.
Okay, yeah.
Kerfuffle.
Well, kerfuffle.
Writing it down. K-A fuffle.
Is it K-A or is it C-A? We're going to see Hell's John Quay and Guan Yu going to be banned out here, as well as Athena coming out on the side of Eager. That Athena ban is something Kenshin likes a lot on Epsilon. I don't know how much Elevate favors that pick now. It's interesting to see that ban coming out. There may have been some internal scrims that led to that. But the thing to really to take note of here is that we have the Hell, John Quay, and Guan Yu. A lot of sustain characters are taken out of here, a lot of healers. So obviously the value of that and the respect for each other's opponents, not wanting to get that sustain and ability to keep refreshing in team fights.
I'm going to say, too, Ho Yi, Air Cougar, absolute monster on that god. Giannis does get locked in. Geb does get locked in that third slot for Team Elevate. That's looking pretty good for them right now.
Gonna get some global pressure here. Look for the Thor to come out on the side of Eager right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see that pick at all. Unless they see something maybe in their composition that they value a little bit more than the global pressure, but they are going to look for something to match that.
Yeah, there's the Thor.
Yeah,
it gets locked right in. If they didn't lock it in there, it would have gotten banned by Elevate, because it's a pretty undeniably good pick here to return on the global pressure, and also it's just a great jungler.
That's for sure. The Geb pick is a strong one by Elevate. They played that in game 1. It was very successful for them. That Geb shield actually saved them in a lot of engagements, especially when you're dealing with the Guan Yu. It kind of shreds through those protections. He did a really good job with the Geb, so look for that to continue to be a valued pick for Elevate.
They want to take that Medusa away from Puka here, but seeing Guan Yu banned out does kind of open up the Geb to being even stronger, as well as Hades.
I wouldn't worry about the Medusa too much. I'm not really sure where they wanted to ban that. It might just be to the hitbox of Petrify, but I mean, neither carry was a big factor in the last game, and Puka was playing that Medusa.
Yeah,
Capri a good ban though.
I think a lot of people do think Puka favors the Medusa a lot, so I kind of think that's why they may have banned it. I think it was a respect ban.
Yeah, okay. I usually see, Sylvanas ban. That's not a very popular ban right now. Sylvanas obviously top tier a couple patches ago, before he was actually deactivated on the Xbox. And we haven't seen him a whole lot since, because he's probably one of the lesser tiered supports right now. He actually, most supports right now are sitting at, some of the big ones are sitting at like that 58, 57% win rate, while Sylvanas is at that 49.
Yeah, we do see him get locked in though. Sylvanas actually got deactivated from the Xbox because of his foot trails. They did fix it. It was causing a bit of memory leak, but he is back now.
A bit?
Yeah, it was.
I think that's putting it lightly.
It was the particle effect that was actually messing everything up. Okay, the Neath gets locked in, and the Neza. The Naja is like that's an interesting pick. We saw Naja picked quite a bit on PC recently.
Today. We saw it in the SPL. Cheerio on London Conspiracy really did well with the Naja. It has a lot of quick engage. You compound that with the Pillar of Agony. If Hades is there waiting, once you come down out of that ultimate, if you're using the Naja ultimate for the setup, it's very good. You sash, you ultimate, and then Hades is in under, and you have the Pillar of Agony ready to go, or a portal waiting from Giannis is a good way to chain CC. Even then, you could even get the Neath ultimate to kind of meet up afterwards. There's a lot of potential there, just a lockdown. So you get that fast engage from the Nisha. Nisha is a very good pick right now that is fairly underrated as far as I can tell from Xbox. It is a little hard to hit that sash.
Calm down, Matt Coys. Why do you always do this to me? He usually is on Guan Yu. He comes jumping in.
Matt Coys all over.
Oh, man.
Did you know he's an anime girl in real life?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he really loves to make the animations go a little bit nuts on us in every match.
Yeah, that's a joke we've had for a long time. McCoy's always had a picture of an anime chick in his profile, so we always said if he ever went to LAN, we'd see an anime chick walking around.
Oh, man, yeah, that it's a running joke. DM Brandon, always making fun of everyone for it. But right now, we're going to take a look at these comps and try to end this cringe fest. Looking right now at Elevate. What do you think of their comp in the laning phase?
I like their comp in the laning phase. Obviously, I really like that Zeus pick coming out on Sam. Zeus really effective here. You're really able... I played Zeus since the rework for the first time today. I just kind of want to get a handle on how well he is you're just chaining those charges for the 3. And it's really easy right now with the shield being introduced in there. And I kind of call it a mini Zeus ultimate, and I call it that just because you're able to put charges in an AoE type of fashion. And it is how it works. So that's really good when you look at this type of composition. Get that down, hit the chain lightning, and like when Giannis and Nisha and all these guys kind of group up beneath and get those charges off. So even when they jump away, you're still getting that damage off. So I think Zeus is a really good pick to compound with what they have to work with here.
Yeah, we both got our hands dirty with that Zeus today. The weakness of Zeus,
I think
though...
my go was a little bit better. What do you think, Rich?
Yours was a little bit better. I'll give it to you. Mine was pretty bad. I kind of fed a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Then everything was going good until we got a little celebrity show in one of our matches and got beat down.
Celebrity?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, Jeff Hindla.
Jeff Hindla wrecked us.
That was not expected.
Jeff Hindla just popped. I thought he was like a little bit busy, with like that giant tournament going on, but he popped into our match and destroyed.
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently Jeff Hindla destroyed us.
Do we have confirmation that Big Jeff Hindla was Jeff Hindla?
Yeah, I haven't confirmed it, but I had people messaging me telling me it was, but who knows? We'll have to tweet him after and find out.
I'll send him a message.
Yeah, the really interesting things to note here, Hui and the Zeus ultimate compound together with the lockdown from the Thor and the Wrath Atira, and you have the ability really to put a lot of damage people with some chain CC and the Hui and Zeus ultimate. So good team fight on the side of Eager, so watch for that, as well as then you have the chase down from Dewurst. Dewurst is just going to be able to get in and with that mystical mail, tick down damage, and just have a lot of gap close to chase people down that survive that initial onslaught of just death and despair, those circle ultimates that are going to come out of Eager. The things to look for coming out of Elevate, look for them on the fast engage comps to compound that Pillar of Agony in with the lockdown they have from the fast initiate with Nisha and Neath. That's the things you need to look for right now. And look for the really fast engage through space and time and Nisha to travel through that and get a nice sash off.
Hey, Ethan, take down the pick ban HUD. Getting a little slow there. Technical director decided he was going to run in and turn off all of my computer screens so I couldn't see what was going on, but he ended up looking like the bad guy. Go ahead and tweet at Ethan and tell him how bad he is at his job. He may just get fired. Looking at these comps, though, once again, Team Eager really loves those comps that excel in team fights, and that just kind of comes down to the fact that they're really good in a team fight. They have really good coordination.
They have a lot of ability here to get those big fights on the go. And the thing I like about it is that if it's initiated correctly with the lockdown that they do have, that's the thing. As long as they can perfect it, if they can get the Wrath of Terror down, they can get the Thor ultimate down, they can get the chain CC, they are going to be able to roast the enemy team with that Zeus and Hui ult. That combination is going to be devastating.
I'm really excited to see what El Chapo can actually do. Haven't seen too much of this god on Xbox.
Nisha is really good. We've seen a lot of Nisha actually being played out of the PC Eager matchup, and it was actually compounded with the Raw during this meta. Basically, the way it would work is you sash, you knock them up, and then the Raw ultimate will be popped to hit them when they come down. And Nisha can be compounded with a lot of different gods that way. Earlier today, we've seen it happen with a Giannis. So it's a lot of different combinations.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see that go off. What do you think about the Sylvanas pick now that all the comps are locked in?
I like it. They couldn't have the Geb to fit into their comp, so obviously a close second to the Cataclysm is the Wrath of Tira. So that does compound well, and that's likely, this was a team comp that they had looked at getting, and maybe they saw the stars align. The only thing they weren't able to get is Geb, so they take their second pick, Sylvanas, and I think that's where the pick really comes from. We are in a healing meta, but Sylvanas isn't really favored. He does have a nice bit of lockdown, though, with the grab and the root, but he's not as valued as he used to be.
Yeah, well, how do you think Sylvanas and Hou Yi are going to do in that laning phase, though, against the actual Geb and Puka underneath?
How they're going to do against Neath and Geb for lane clear?
Yeah, I think Puka and is going to definitely have it early on.
Oh, no way. Sylvanas
so?
is going to start off with the attack speed buff, and his auto attacks do a little bit of an AoE damage.
Oh, okay.
Plus you have Hou Yi, who actually has a decent lane clear right now, and they do have the edge in lane clear, actually, to be completely honest.
Okay, cool. That's definitely going to be very interesting to see then. And that gives them a little bit more of an edge than I even thought that team comp did have initially.
Yeah, they do have a nice bit of lane clear here. You look at Zeus as a chain lightning. That's really going to put Giannis on his toes here. You're going to see right off the bat that he's able to put him on his toes and clear that out, because Giannis can't get close to the wave, or he's going to get chain lightning. We're going to see the attempted invade come out here on the blue buff as well by Mac Poise and Worse. They're not going to be able to make that successful by the looks of things. Actually, I think they stole it. They did steal it.
Oh, wow.
With a cudgel.
That's very impressive. Early on, we're going to see Puka taking quite a bit of damage, too. And a lot of that did come off the tree bark of Jelly.
Yeah, and he'll continue to do that. I haven't really seen Jelly play a whole lot. Oh my god, look at that root going to come in there, and the Geb Shield going to remove that, and the backflip from Puka right off. He's spending a lot of mana so far just on escaping the onslaught from Jelly and Yerkuger. You're just going to see how effective that push can be, Rich, early on with the Sylvanas.
I'm seeing exactly what you were talking about. Puka does get pulled in there just a little bit, trying to get a little bit of damage on Jelly, but doesn't really connect. One auto hit does actually get in on Air Cougar. Surf Abolition trying to get aggressive here, but there's that wave clear that you were talking about.
Yeah, and that's Jelly. He doesn't even have the attack speed buff, to be completely honest. That's actually on Air Cougar. So that's the power of this composition, just without just even not doing the traditional thing of giving Sylvanas that. We're going to see the invade, though, here on the attack speed, as we're going to see Koi is going to pick up that attack speed on Elevate, as we're going to see Zeus just with the shield. Oh my god, that charge is going to completely evaporate him. That's first blood, and Aggro's getting chased down now as well. He's not even going to be able to get... Oh my god, Berserker's Barrage too. That is a huge invasion by Eager.
Pep B ended up just finishing off the job for Zeus. The shield charges were already stacked up. You just got to press that button and walk away as that person exploded. It's beautiful.
There's not many times as a caster you're actually surprised when a kill gets picked up, but there were two there.
Yeah.
There were two that just caught me completely off guard. Where you'll hear me, I said, oh my god, twice. Like, I did not expect that charge to get popped there on the escape to do that much damage. I didn't expect McCoys to actually dive and get that kill with the Berserker's Barrage and get out of there. That was insane.
Oh, and they're going to open up right now onto Geb. Geb does have the shield, though, but he still gets pulled back just a little bit, and he's melting right now. Air Cougar actually dives the tower, and that might have been a bad move. We're seeing Puka trying to take advantage of this misplay.
And there we go. We're actually going to see the Ricochet hit him, and he's going to back it on up. Air Cougar going to be down to a bar of health, as well as El Chapo makes the move over, but he's going to have to back it on out of that one. Go back for back harpies.
Yeah, definitely a safe play there. I'm still
at the end of the time, Rich. I think I might be behind you a second.
Yeah, you're a little bit behind me. I'm at 3 minutes and 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22.
23, 24, 25.
You're still behind me by a little bit. I'm at 28, 29, 30. Good. Cool. Yeah, so I'm still a little bit surprised by that kill from because you kind of just saw he waited on those charges a little bit, and it was a really good read by Sam Bam. You can tell he's been playing this god a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell that shield hit just barely touched Nijan. Get that charge off, it was absolutely crazy. Nuts. And you'll see that he auto-attacked the disc right as he's on the edge of it, and that gave an extra charge, and that's what gave him the big proc to kill him.
Yeah, that B just hit so hard. That's making it into the top 5. It's probably going to be number 5.
Yeah, I think so. Just that extended play there was insane.
That was pretty gross. All right, we're going to see Puka grab his attack speed buff right now, and Geb moving on back. It looks like he may actually see the likes of Sylvanas in the jungle before he even gets back to lane. He's going to roll out. He may be able to put some pressure onto Air Cougar right now. Air Cougar does have a good dive.
Look at aggro. Rathateer going to go down him. Sandbam going to pick up that kill as well with the shield again.
Guns are blazing right now. People are going to be dropping like hotcakes. Eager, very hungry right now, and they are coming out strong.
And here we go. We're going to see DeWurst just boxing here with Aussie. Bison going to hit him as well. Aussie down to under half health. And DeWurst just continuing to put the pressure on that lane. The Hades looking a lot less strong against DeWurst, Sun Wukong than Soup Kitchens.
I'm going to look at Air Cougar right now. Air Cougar's eyes are just... He's looking for blood.
Yeah, he's looking for something, but Puka's doing a good job of just playing it nice and safe. Look at the ultimate going to come out here now from... No, not going to drop. Neath was looking for something.
We're going to see Air Cougar actually go back here. Definitely a safe bet. I'm a little curious to see what kind of plays Geb is going to attempt to make in this scenario.
Yeah, Geb's going to look for Cataclysm ultimate to compound with the Unstable Vortex and Portal from aggro. It's going to be hard for them to actually make that happen unless they catch the Zeus. The Zeus is who they're going to try and catch in these team fights.
Yeah, they do have a little bit of an advantage with a hard initiate, right?
They do. They do have a little bit of an advantage in regards to hard initiation on the side of Elevate. That's really what their composition's about, but they need to make it happen.
Yeah, because right now they're getting picked by Eager. Eager already having 3 kills on the board. Rotation's starting to come in here now. It looks like we might actually see that initiation come in from Surf Abolition, but they're a little bit outnumbered here. Jelly taking some damage, but the ults are coming down from everyone right now. And it looks like Jelly's does quite a bit of damage, and Sandbam's going to get a double kill. Zeus is looking a little bit OP right now. El Chapo's still taking a lot of damage. D-Worst able to just pursue this all the way to the tower.
Yeah, DeWurst is doing a lot of damage there. You're just going to see how potent that Rathateer with the Zeus ultimate can be. Just imagine if you put the Huyi ultimate there as well.
Yeah, and that will definitely be coming later on when it makes more sense for Eager to be rotating out of the duo
tower.
lane.
Here we go. DeWurst is putting the pressure on aggro, and El Chapo. This chast is going to come out here now as DeWurst goes up into the ultimate. Look for him to actually disengage here. He's going to go off into the side lane towards his solo lane and get on out of that situation.
Yeah, as soon as Geb came back and popped the shield, it made sense for D-Worst to just get out of there. He's actually going to use the bird right now just to get out of there a little bit quicker.
Yeah, Sandbam has been destructive on this Zeus thus far.
Oh, absolutely disgusting. Yeah. Looking at player damage right now, Sun Wukong does have more, but we already see 3,000 coming in for Zeus. KDA 4-0-1. He's already level 10.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. I mean, you look at the mid lane right now, your mid laner has a 3-level advantage on the enemy mid laner, who's Giannis, who really relies on that early global pressure that he brings to the table. And you have to think that that's not as valuable when he's under-leveled that far. Looking at the jungle as well, you're into the same exact situation. McCoy is 2 levels on top of El Chapo.
Sandbam out of mana, but still trying to get a solid amount of harass in on Fat. Jelly able to support quite a bit. This is looking like it might be a bloody team fight.
Yeah, look at that Rathateer coming out the wall, just barely going to miss as McBoy's Mjolnir's over the wall. Huyi ultimate coming out as well. Chapo in a lot of trouble right now. He is looking for an escape somewhere on the Ninja, and he's not going to get it. McBoy's going to put that Berserker's Barrage down as aggro makes the rotation over, and they're going to make sure that they don't give them a free Gold Fury out of that one.
Team Eager really starting to spiral this right now. We're seeing that coordination that they're really able to pull off in these team fights. XP difference already coming in at 5,500. Gold difference coming in at 3,000. They're up 7 kills right now, and they're only 8 minutes and 20 seconds into this match.
Yeah, only up. They're up 7 kills. That's big. 4,000 gold is the real. 3,000 gold. Sorry, is the real story. 5,500 XP. That is a lot for 8 minutes. A lot.
Definitely a lot. And we haven't seen Elevate actually being able to return with a kill. Like you said, they have a very good comp to actually get these hard initiates in, but they just can't counter this coordination that is coming in from Team Eager.
They can't. The Zeus ultimate has been absolutely crippling, and the fact that Jelly's been able to get over for the early rotations with the Rathateer is just making the Zeus come on so early. And you've seen how devastating Huyi's ultimate was in that last team fight as well. None of it is going well for Eager. Whatever side of the map Jelly's on right now, he's just playing perfect setup for whatever ultimate is nearest.
Yeah, really, we haven't seen anyone perform this well on a Zeus so far in our league, showing just how strong Zeus still is.
Yeah, Zeus is exceptionally strong, and you know the complaints are going to have to go out of the players right now as we move into the patch tomorrow, as he is allowed on SPL in this patch. So there's no more complaining. Look at that stun going off from Puka there. Another nice shot by Aircougar, getting that stun off and hitting the one to get the stun going.
Jelly's looking to get aggressive here. They want to get Puka, but Puka, it does have it in his kit to get out of there. We're seeing Geb rolling on out. He's going to connect with Jelly, and Puka's going to open up. Aggro and El Chapo rolling through. Jelly's in a bad spot.
Yeah, Wrath of Terror came out there. That's going to be just enough to keep El Chapo in the Berserker's Barrage from Thor as he landed down, and Eager not going to be able to turn anything out of that team fight.
Stepping up to the plate once again, and that's a home run. Good night, Puka. That is absolutely insane. We do see Elevate able to get their first kill on the board, but Sam Bam is a monster right now. Thor was able to return a little bit of that global pressure that we saw Giannis put on in that team fight. But you can't get anywhere near Sam Bam right now. He's going to kill you.
Yeah, Sam Bam has been dominant. Absolutely dominant. He's been all over the map so far, flicking that shield down, and he's getting the auto attacks off on the shield, just putting the charges down and making sure he pops those 3 stacks, and he has done that so well. Look at the Gab coming in now as well. Sam Bam just dueling with him right now, throwing out the auto attacks. Sir Fapalicious actually going to have to back on out of there, too scared to deal with Sam Bam.
Sam Bam hopping in right now. We see a few hits come in from that Ho Yi, but Matt Koiz actually picks up the kill on aggro. No problem.
Yeah, look at Nija right now. Look for that kill to possibly be picking up here as Jelly makes his way in with Matt Koiz, and Fapalicious' shield is about to come down. Sash going to go down to Matt Koiz. There's the Wrath of Terra as we see the heal come out from El Chapo.
Strong tectonic rift there. El Chapo and Fap are going to need to go back here. I'm blown away right now. Team Eager looking so strong. Sam Bam, he might have a top 5 of his own. Zeus going to be the first ban next game.
I would imagine so. 5-0-4 this early into the game. You know, maybe they have a team comp to deal with the Zeus. I'm not really sure, but you don't want to whip out a team comp just to deal with one god. So they're going to look to ban that out.
Would not tempt fate as Elevate right now. They do not want it. This match is so important for them too. This game is so important for them, and it already looks like it may be a loss. There is still hope. They have that hard engage comp. If they can start getting some of that online, they can maybe start turning this around. But how do you deal with Sam Bam right now? Level 13 already. Look at that KDA, 5-0-4. We're only 12 minutes into this game.
The big story, however, is that Eager's even out farming Elevate just on the minions, if you take a look at that.
Oh, yeah. Look, I'm going to look right now just at the graphs by themselves. XP difference 6,600, gold difference 4,000.
Yeah, the only person really... I mean, Neath is out farming Hu Yi, but Zeus is out farming Giannis pretty heavily, as well as in the jungle is being out farmed. Ozzy obviously out farming in minion kills Sun Wukong. That's just the basis of that matchup.
We are seeing Geb in the wings right now. He's looking for the right time to roll on in and give Puka that support. He's going to choose to get in here now, not trying to initiate, not trying to get too aggressive. He knows that Air Cougar's really big, but Sylvanas is going to be the one to really step up to the plate. Puka trying to dive away, but the shots are coming in, and they're just going to turn their sights to Fapalicious. That's a beautiful rotation there from Thor.
Oh
Gets
my
the kill.
God. Look at that big jump coming out from Air Cougar as we see Aggro and El Chapo making the move around, trying to pick Air Cougar, but here we see Sam Bam putting down the ultimate just to zone Sam Bam and El Chapo and Aggro back into that tower. We're going to see them looking for some buffs here. We're not going to find there's the nowhere to El Chapo, and he came in the sash on Sam Bam, going to be the ultimate up there. Look for him to possibly die off of this, and Sam Bam going to get caught in the portal. That is going to be all she wrote for him. Aggro going to pick up that kill.
Very good kill by Aggro, even when cornered into that box that they got him in. And now Air Cougar, Jelly, and Matt Koiz are going to try to group up here and maybe pick off another kill. But we are seeing Elevate grouping up very well here, trying to get a pick of their own.
Yeah, Jelly taking a little bit of poke there, getting caught by the Neath ultimate. A little bit of a desperation play there by Elevate, trying to make something happen as Aggro narrowed in on Jelly. Jelly going to be down to a quarter health, not quite enough to secure that kill. As we see the gold difference going to 3,900 now, down a little bit from where it was before that team fight. Not really where Eager wanted that to go. Elevate curbing the bleeding just a little bit. Look at mid lane.
Yeah, we are already taking that peek at mid lane right now. Matt Koi's trying to curb that aggression just a little bit, and he does just that. We see Aggro and El Chapo moving on over to this mid camp right now. Gonna take that down. Farm is gonna be very important for them at this point in the game.
And we're seeing Ozzy and Deworse continuing to just trade damage here in the solo lane. Deworse actually up gold on Ozzy thus far with 4 assists.
I'm gonna lick these crafts again. All right. It's Sam Bam. He's gonna get his own top 5. He's gonna get his own top 5.
Elevate's doing better with their farming now, though. They are coming back on gold.
Yeah, they're looking really good now. They are starting to play the game the way that this comp is meant to be played. It's just the Zeus right now that's really freaking me out.
He's really far ahead. I mean, you look, he's got 7,481 gold. He's almost to the point where a solo laner should be. The real story, though, has to be Matt Koi's. He's at 8,200 right now. He's top gold in the game. You sync that up with the fact he's level 14 to El Chapo's level 12. He's just going to continue to out-damage him.
Yeah, we're looking right now. They're slapping players around right now in the mid lane. Fapalicious has to back up just a little bit there, even on such a tanky god.
Yeah, they're going to have to make him back up just a little bit. Just looking at the pressure here on mid lane, you'll just see the 3-man stack here. Maybe there's a disconnect. Yeah, El Chapo's going to disconnect.
Yeah. So we're going to see the pause come in. Looking at the state of the map right now, we do see there are a few things going on, right? We do see that the graphs show a lot of favor towards Team Eager, but it has been slowing down quite a bit. Do you think that's because of the hard engage comp that Elevate has? Is it just starting to come online now? What should we be expecting to see in the future?
The things we need to be looking for is that Sambam is going to continue to get stronger. Hu Yi is going to continue to be a factor in team fights. Look for Giannis to get a little bit stronger between the mid to late game as they catch up in gold. Also look for, Neath isn't really a really big late game carry. I really think that Elevate's kind of missing their kind of heyday. The thing is, Nija does a lot of damage coming into the late game. Once she gets her crit online, Nija with crit is absolutely devastating when she starts to hit those auto attacks and compound that with the ultimate. So hopefully if those things can come together for Elevate coming into this mid game, they might be able to make something happen. They just need to make sure they're synchronizing correctly. Sir
Fapalicious really needs to be able to get in there, get that Cataclysm down, and just start off the team fight, though. I really think that's their best bet to move from 2 kills on the board to something like, 6. Maybe that'll be enough for them to start to catch up. They have their work cut out for them.
Look at his build right now, okay? He opted to go with Traveler's Boot to stay relevant in gold, which wasn't a bad idea when you're behind. The problem being that he went and grabbed a Hide of Urchin first item. The problem with the Hide of the Urchin is that you need assists to continue to build those stacks.
Yeah.
So you factor that in, and it makes you wonder, why would you be ballsy and buy that Hide of the Urchin to start off first? You know, it's better to play the passive game, build your sovereignty, or build your Heartward to try and contend with that Zeus. The sovereignty would have given your team, when you're near them, that extra magic resist, which would have been very, very valuable in team fights.
Yeah, looking forward, though, to seeing how much Sam Bam really can do. We were talking about Sam Bam the other day and just how strong he is at mid. He was having a lot of connection issues, though, and it looks like those have completely been resolved.
It looks like they've been resolved for sure. And any doubt that was still in people's mind about Plow as a sub, I think, had to be subsided here by the play of Sam Bam tonight.
Yeah,
you look at Hide of the Urchin. I want to go back to this because this is important. Okay? 45 physical protection and 45 magic protection on the Hide of the Urchin, 250 health and 250 mana. The passive is you gain +2 magical protection and +2 physical protection for each god kill or assist. All right? So you look at what El Brochacho has right now. He has 1 assist. So the benefit he's gotten out of the Hide of the Urchin is +2 and +2. The real benefit of that, the stacking point of it, at full stacks, the item provides... What just happened? Did I get kicked out?
Did you get kicked out? I'm not. I'm playing around with the camera right now. I'm having a ball.
Okay.
Oh, I can zoom out really far. And it zooms back in all by itself. This is incredible.
Yep.
You got kicked out, but you still know what you're talking about. Let's hear it.
Yeah, well, so with those at full stacks, the Hide of the Urchin, stacks of plus 65 physical and magical protection, along with 250 and health and mana altogether. So you need to look at those things and see you're not going to get those benefits when you're behind. A bad item to build, a little bit of cocky build coming out of El Brochacho there, probably built a little bit early. He should have built in that sovereignty.
Yeah, right now it does look like the DC is still very much a thing. The pause is still active. The control room's going to check to actually see what happened there, see if the players are going to get back in. There can't be a remake this late, but if a player can't get in, they do have to play out the game, which would be a huge bummer. El Chapo could not get back in.
What time was that at?
15 minutes and 28 seconds.
8 minutes and 28 seconds?
15 minutes and 28 seconds.
Okay, I got a way to go yet.
11 kills on the board at 8 minutes? That would have been kind of terrifying.
Yeah, that would have been terrifying for sure. Let's watch that double kill from Sambam again. Absolutely disgusting at this point.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to watch it again?
Yeah,
I wish we could cut to yours.
Aggro's play has been pretty good here. He's made a lot of rotations. He just hasn't been able to get anything out of it. Sambam's just been a lot more powerful thus far.
I mean, the Zeus is really strong. How do you actually counter a Zeus? You said maybe they would try to go. I think they're going to ban it first, but what gods do counter Zeus well?
Stuff like a Bastet who just get in on top of the Zeus. He has no escape, right? So
Yeah,
anything that can get that fast engage where Zeus can't really kite you, that's what really makes the difference.
Yeah. Right now, they just really haven't been able to close that space on him and melt him down. He definitely is a squishy god.
He is. That's for sure. He is a squishy god, but the problem is that when you're going against Zeus, see, he built double penetration, so it's really hard to get those magical protections on early against him to really make a difference because he's already bought double pen. So look for him to build a Chronos pen next for the cooldown, but he's already doing very, very well in regards to his itemization. He's going to make sure that they aren't going to be able to counter him early with an early Stone of Gaia or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, building a glass cannon like that certainly does make a lot of sense. Going to get more cannon than glass out of it. Hearing pings starting to come through. Not sure what that means. I didn't even know you could ping in a pause.
Okay, we're starting to get close to each other at least because I saw that ping on the pause.
Yeah, we're probably about at the same time stamp now. I guess just wait if you just saw the ping.
Yeah, I wish I could see how fast I'm fast forwarding during a pause. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so we're getting word from the control room. The issue is being resolved. We should see play soon. But right now, do you still favor Team Eager, or do you think Elevate's starting to make their comeback?
Oh, I definitely still favor Eager. There's no reason to think that Elevate is making a successful comeback here. They're starting to play a little bit more to their game, but Eager still has that great engagement in the team fights, and they're not giving us any reason to doubt that they can't keep that pressure up. So look for that to continue to happen. That team fight potential also gives them a unique ability to contest team fights. It's going to be really hard for Elevate to contest objectives, right? Gold Furies or Fire Giant, as we see on Eager's side, they have so much objective control with those ultimates.
Yeah, they've already grabbed one Gold Fury at this point, and the Gold Fury is back up in about 20 seconds. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were able to get a really good team fight in there, get some serious damage flowing, and take a Gold Fury yet again. And that would only put them further ahead. Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you're just going to see Eager continue to try and control these global objectives, the Gold Fury and the Fire Giant. And I think it's going to be very hard as Elevate gets to the late game to get in there and actually steal these objectives. Even with the Nijao Sash to try and close the gap, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, I'm a little curious to see how long it's actually going to be until they're able to convert a team fight into a tower.
This is actually a secret test to see how good your banter is. They're testing you for Columbus.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely what it is, because it looks like this pause is going to go on for a little bit.
I mean, we could talk about hot dogs. I mean, that's a cliche.
Hot dogs?
Yeah, hot dogs.
What do you guys usually...
You ever heard about the hot dog chatter?
What's the hot dog chatter, man?
Ask FDOT. You need to tweet at FDOT and ask him what hot dog chatter is.
I'm getting a phone call right now. I think it's FDOT calling me about the hot dogs.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, he knows all about those.
Yo, tell me about the hot dogs. You gotta tell me, Ravage.
Yeah, you getting some word about this match or what?
I did just get some word about the match. My TD said it's going to be resuming soon. I actually know what happened. Apparently, internet exploded for El Chapo, and he's just been trying to get in. And we heard the ref actually had to call to see how long a pause can last. It was a mess. Actually, Ethan on the comms started crying. He was in my ear, just tearing up. Tweet at him, make sure he's okay. He's getting up right now to grab tissues. It looks like this game will go on long enough, though. We shouldn't have to switch the camera. So, Ethan, go ahead. Do what you have to do. Cry in the bathroom. We'll see you in 15 minutes.
Poor Ethan, I guess.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He's not having a good day today. Just not having a good day. When the pauses come in, he starts freaking out. The admin's yelling at him. But the admins did a pretty decent job today. We didn't have any technical issues. It was, at least on our side, spectators working beautifully. How did the matches end up patching out, though? We actually ended up playing Smite, so we missed a few of those European matches. Who ended up winning today?
We had a couple interesting little turnouts earlier. We've seen London Conspiracy actually take the match over Titan. Some call that an upset, but I mean, a lot of people had to understand that London Conspiracy did have a good chance at taking that today. So that was the first one that we saw earlier today. The next match, I did take a look to actually see what the results of that were, because we were in prep by the time that one was ending. That was actually Paradigm versus. That was Paradigm. Who was Paradigm versus today? Why am I drawing a blank? I'm the worst caster ever. I don't know that.
No, you're not. You're not. You're great.
Yeah,
You're my
Paradigm.
partner.
Why am I drawing a blank on this? Paradigm
Because
versus
we got
Dignitas,
smacked so hard by Jeff Imla.
Dignitas, and Paradigm won that one. That's right. I did catch the end of that one. That was Paradigm versus Dignitas, and that was in 5 games, so it was a 3-2 win for Paradigm. So that was a big one there as well. So I mean, so we're gonna have I can't remember who Paradigm's gonna face up against next, or London Conspiracy. Actually, I don't know who's actually gonna pull Epsilon in the semis here. But that's going to be the real match to watch, as Epsilon has been absolutely dominant in the European SPL sets for this split, and they've just been on top of their game, undefeated.
Let's see, Ethan, are you still there? Let's pull up the division standings really quick. Run through that one more time. He might not be there, though, due to all the tiers. If it pops up right now, he is still here, though. Oh, he actually just turned off the HUD. He's there. He's there. Watch. Some magic's about to happen. Boom. Division standings. Looking at him right now, they have changed a little bit. Release Gaming is going to be in first place now with an 8-4 record. And we are going the pause is done. Let's jump back into the game. Got to keep Ethan on his toes.
Okay, the pause is done.
I'm at 15:39:40 right now.
Okay, I'm trying to fast forward through this pause.
I will keep an eye out for it right now. Let me know when you start to get in. We're seeing a little bit of damage flow through on D-Worst right now, and a strong rotation coming in. Geb is able to knock him up, but D-Worst easily escapes by transforming into that bull.
What time, Sam?
I'm at 16:02, 03, 04, 5,
Okay, I'm going to get towards
6.
16:18.
You're at 16:18? Okay, actually, while we were trying to figure out that timestamp, Team Eager slaps that Gold Fury down the second it comes up. And now they're opening up on Geb. Tectonic Rift comes down, and he gets clipped by the Berserker's Barrage, but Air Cougar's going to be the one to actually find the kill there. That's the 12th kill that Team Eager has found right now, and it looks like this engagement isn't over yet. El Chapo trying to slam some damage in, but Air Cougar does find aggro during that time. This is looking really dangerous.
16:39, 16:40.
1642, 1643, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
Okay, we're good.
Sweet. All right, so a few more people died. Kind of a big deal. And one of those people wasn't even a person. It was a Gold Fury, and now it's dead. Look at
Yeah, that's a Gold Fury as well. We picked up a few kills there on Eager. Good pick up on the Geb. They just absolutely melted through him. And you're going to see the big grouping coming here in the dual lane. Puka likely being in a lot of trouble. As McCoy comes to the Majolder's Berserker's Bra is going to come out as the backflip going to be baited out by Puka. Puka is going to lose this tower to the onslaught from Eager as they start to take global objectives. Finally, the first tier 1 tower of the game. as we see the through space and time actually hit up on Air Cougar as we see the big rotation, and the turn is going to happen now. El Chapo coming in with the sash, and Air Cougar look for the ultimate as well, but the jump coming out from Air Cougar, tectonic rift down as well.
Really good disengage there from Air Cougar. El Chapo trying to close the space, but it's not going to be enough. Air Cougar able to get aggressive yet again. They're going to look for another kill there if they can. Zeus rotating in. It looks like he's actually calm enough that he's just going to pick up his red buff.
Yeah, and Zeus is going to come out and get that. He needs that for those biggest team fight ultimates. Look for that to play a big factor in Sambam's damage here as he looks to stay on top of his game. The worst, and Uzi still dueling it out down here.
Yeah, Eager can take their time right now, too. Their comp's not going to get any weaker as the game goes on. They definitely don't want the gap to close. They don't want the experience that they have racked up advantage-wise to be lost. So I'm not saying that they can play really slow, but they can move in, take one tower, get back, get healthy, get some items online, and then go back in and take another tower, take a few more kills. They don't need to go hyper-aggressive yet.
This is something I heard from Anatoly earlier in the night. Anatoly was talking a lot about the fact that, hey, you know, people say this all the time, why don't they push the win? The fact of the matter is, you know, you choose to win in 5 minutes rather than in 1 and actually risk losing your advantage. So that's the type of thinking that goes into a pro team right now, something that we as viewers don't always focus on, as the fact that you want that safe little road to the win instead of jeopardizing your chances. We're going to see the sash on Jelly here. The portal going to be just a little bit short. As we see, Rathatira actually is going to make him CC immune, not going to catch him.
Yeah, we're going to see no one take a substantial amount of damage there, but the rotation is starting to come in right now. Geb stepping up to the plate. And it looks like he was caught a little bit off guard, but he was saved by Jonas, no problem.
Yeah, we're actually going to see 3 ultimates be burned out there by Eager, so you have to take that as an advantage there for Elevate. They are only missing the one, and that's the El Chapo's ultimate is used for the escape.
Yeah, and we're going to see right now an engagement is going to come in from Surf Appalicious. He does get a solid connection on Jelly. The Suns are coming down, though, and we are seeing quite a bit of damage coming onto Geb.
Yeah, and we hear about a Rolling Stone gathers no moss, but they said nothing about Suns, as we've seen a lot of damage put down. Pillar of Agony going to go down as well. Jelly going to be almost bursted down. He is so close to death. Sambam just obliterating El Chapo again to worse. His decoy just moving in and doing damage on the enemy team. Aggro in a lot of trouble. Ear Cougar going to pick that up with the auto attack and the stun. Puka in some trouble as well now as we see DeWurst moving in on him. Look for the back fit from Puka here, and DeWurst waiting right there. As we see the tier 1 tower going through
right now. He manages to get that tower. He's clearing up the waves right now. It's looking like they're going to try to push down this tier 2. Definitely an aggressive play here, but one that is warranted. The tower's starting to come down. Sylvanas blinks on in, and damage onto Puka is very relevant. Ozzy's going to try to get aggressive yet again. He does dive onto Air Cougar, gets a fear off on him, and Air Cougar's going to take some hits from the tower, but does manage to dive out here. Not out of the woods yet. Neath connecting, but Air Cougar able to disengage. Ozzy closing the space though again, and the Geb shield does come down on Ozzy, and you know what? Surf Appalicious is going to be able to get that kill on Air Cougar. That gives them a window to try to get some more kills on the board right now. That carry is down.
And here we see Pillar of Agony. Jelly with no ability to escape from this. He is likely dead as Appalicious puts the body blocks down. Sash going to miss as well. We're going to have to see this go into support as well. And this is going to be the problem that Elevate is going to get into here. They're taking the picks. They'll get this global objective here as well as DeWurst and MacBoys move in. But the problem is both kills going into support.
Yeah, that definitely not ideal, but you want to get the kills up on the board at this point in the game, even if they do happen to fall to Geb. They're going to try to convert this into a Gold Fury here, but D-Worst and McCoys are going to put on a substantial amount of pressure, and Sambam is lurking in the corner right now. He's going to open up right here. The shield does go down. It doesn't really do too much damage to aggro, but this fight's not over.
Boy's going to go up into his ultimate as we see DeWurst just in on the back line. This is something he's very well known for. The only other solo lane you really see this type of shenanigans coming out from is Sealcar, as DeWurst is continuing to 5v1 the enemy team.
Yeah, Elevate looking pretty decent right now, but Eager just kind of having better positioning in a lot of these scenarios, and once again they're getting control over this Gold Fury, and this would be their third of the match. They are going to see a little bit of movement coming in, a strong rotation from Giannis, and Geb is going to roll in. A Tectonic Rift does come down, appears to be slightly defensive, and Ho Yi is going to zone them out with the Suns.
And here we go, Ozzy down to half health as well. DeWurst still on the back line of the enemy team. Ozzy in a little bit of trouble here now. He's finally going to get to safety as the grouping from Elevate comes out, and we see that Eager doesn't really want to push that issue too much. They don't have an ultimate in Zeus or Huyi, so that big team fight potential is gone out, but look for Sam to put some poke down.
Yeah, Sam can put poke down with abilities that have an extremely low cooldown here, and that's really going to be good for securing this Gold Fury. We do see
Look at El Chapo coming in, looking for Sambam right now, and the blink from Uzzy as well. Sambam getting zoned out of this fight. That's exactly what Eager needs to do, but here's Jelly with the Wrath of Terra. Huyi moving in as well, as we see El Chapo in a hell of a lot of trouble. McCoy's coming in. He is duking and weaving. The Pillar of Agony's going down. Air Cougar going to pick up the kill on El Chapo. Look at Air Cougar, though. He is so low. And Sambam's going to make it back into the fight. And Uzzy's in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down into worse. Puka in so much trouble. He's jumping out with the backflip. And the big pull from Puka on the top of Puka. Look at that Berserker's Barrage. That is a huge team fight win for Eager right there. That pull was top play material right there.
Yeah,
Rich, that was
definitely
huge.
that was definitely a nice pick, but we are going to see Eager just able to take this Gold Fury right now.
Ethan, share your Kleenex with Elevate after that play, as that was absolutely demoralizing.
This is pretty close to GG here. That was absolute destruction.
Crazy, crazy team fight on the side of Eager there to make that win happen. Jelly with that amazing pull there, and we've seen Sambam just come in there being zoned by two members of Elevate, working his way back into the team fight and managing to put on that much damage in there. Just look at the damage charts, Rich.
Yeah, we're 24 minutes into this game, and it is starting to look pretty bad for Team Eager.
17,651 damage on Sambam right now. Next closest is 12,000 underneath, and Huyi at 12,000 as well. That is a big gap to have. He has 17,000 damage at the 24-minute mark. He has been absolutely devastating.
Yeah, well, man, I still can't even believe that player damage is a real number.
It's been absolutely insane. You look at the wards placed. Wards placed are a lot closer than they were with release. Obviously, Eager's ward game much stronger than releases, and that has shown in these rotations.
Yeah, looking right now at the graphs, we haven't looked at them in a while, but it's quite a lot. The XP difference is going to be 12,300, and the gold difference is going to be 7,598.
Yeah, the graphs are really tilting right now. Really tilting in favor of Eager.
Yeah, and the pressure's starting to show on the map, too. It looks like Uzzy may be in a dangerous position here. A little bit of a rotation coming in.
Do you want to read me in again, Rich?
I'm at 25 minutes and 9, 10. Oh, team fight coming in, and look, Uzzy is going to get punished for his positioning there. Sylvanas and D-Worst absolutely melting him. Air Cougar looking now to get some damage into Geb. They're going to be able to push them right off and take this tower. This is looking good. Air Cougar's going to connect first onto that Geb. He is going to fall down while D-Worst takes some damage from the tower but pushes aggro right out of there. Jelly's going to have to back up, though. He's taking a lot of damage and taking a peek over at Hades. He is able to secure this tower just a little bit longer, getting defensive here. His ultimate is up. He's going to look for a favorable one here, but Sylvanas is just going to absolutely body him. Uzzy needing to back off. McCoy dies. The tower gets some serious damage in on Uzzy. Tectonic Rift does hit, and he's going to be able to take him down with the Berserker's Barrage. This tower is going to fall. This is the tier 2 tower in the solo lane. Air Cougar picks off Puka. This fight is going downhill.
And Jelly are saying, run, Forest, run to El Chapo as they chase him out away from that tower as we see the onslaught going on to the Phoenix here now. Mac Poison to Worst is putting tons of pressure onto the enemy team, and Geb and Giannis are the last stand here on this Phoenix.
Yeah, it looks like they're not going to step up to the Phoenix too hard right now. They're saying they're a little bit too low on health, and they might lose this engagement, and they want to be sure on everything. Right now, they are up. They have 22 kills on the board. Elevate only having 5.
Awesome Phoenix push there, however, on the left side of the map, on the duo side. Eager's left Phoenix going to go down here, and that's not what they wanted to have happen with this big lead, as that puts pressure on that side of the map. They're going to take Fire Giant now.
Yeah, they're putting a decent amount of pressure onto the Fire Giant, but they are very aware of the fact that Elevate is going to come in, and they may be looking to just pick off a kill here. They're getting a decent amount of damage in onto Geb, but it does look like their primary objective is not the Fire Giant. It is that kill.
And looking for something, they did bait out the Giannis through space and time, which is a big ultimate to have down right now. So that is going to be a lot of ults baited out on both sides. We're going to see both global pressure ults gone. They're through space and time, and Matt Koi's ultimate as well on the Thor.
Yeah, Thor not having his ultimate's going to be big because it's definitely going to like give them a little bit of a chance to escape if everything does go wrong. But McCoys does have solid vision right now. He knows exactly who is going to be coming into the Fire Giant. He's going to enter here with the Tectonic Rift. It does connect on El Chapo. Eric Cougar getting a little bit low. Sylvan is getting a serious amount of damage in, but D-Worst is going to connect on El Chapo, no problem. And we are seeing an absolute bloodbath in favor of Team Eager.
And here we go, Brochacho getting focused down here now. He's at half health. E ultimate going down as well as the Pillar of Agony. He's going to trap Jelly. That is likely to be death for him. Just look for the follow-up. Jelly just trying to juke and weave, looking to burn some time. Unstable Vortex also going to miss, but the auto attack's finally going to get the best of him. DeWer still putting the pressure on Puka. Look at McCoys right now, down to a quarter health. Ozzy getting focused now. Tiger Form and Ear Cougar just putting tons of damage on top of Ozzy. Look for the death from below to bridge that gap as you see McCoys chasing down El Chapo. And we're going to see Ozzy finally fall with the ultimate from DeWurst. The Cudgel going to go down on aggro as well. And the Fire Minions moving in on the Titan of Eager.
Yeah, Jelly staying up that long actually did buy Air Cougar enough time to pick off Puka, which made that team fight just go a little bit longer. That was so much less damage coming out. We're going to see D-Worst still following Geb right now. Zeus trying to get in too, but they've kind of realized they're not going to be able to get him down, and they're going to move back towards this Fire Giant. Looks like they're going to invade, take that blue buff here.
We're going to see Geb really hard to take down now as he has his Heart Ward and his Sovereignty online as well. Look at the ultimate going to go up from the Ninja, and that is going to do a lot of damage to Sandbam. That's a big pick by Eager. Sash going to go on DeWurst as well. DeWurst really in trouble right now. He needs to get his bird form. Not going to get caught by the CC from the Geb, and this could be an attempted Fire Giant by Elevator right now as Jelly makes the rotation in with McBoys.
Yeah, D-Worst manages to keep his life there, which is going to be helpful. Thor made his way back to the Fire Giant right now. Elevate kind of needs to strike now. They're going to be behind the entire game. They kind of need to go for that big play.
They need it. While Hu Yi is over in that left-hand side, while they're waiting for that Phoenix to return, they need to make sure that they get this started on Fire Giant. But we're going to see actually the come out here from Brochacho.
Yeah, McCoy's and Jelly right now getting a solid amount of damage in. Geb does take a big hit from the Berserker's Barrage. McCoy's going up in the air right now. He's going to come down with this dunk. He puts on a lot of pressure here. Ozzy opening up on Jelly with that Pillar of Agony, but isn't able to secure a kill. Oh, that Cudgel from D-Worst is almost took down El Chapo, but the Geb shield does come up, and now D-Worst is a little bit out of position here. If they can get this kill on him right now, they may be able to turn to the Fire Giant.
They won't be able to kill the worst here as he is extremely tanky and he is just 4v1ing their team. El Chapo trying to go back right now as we see the pressure from Eager continuing as Zeus trying to clear those Fire Minions off so that that Phoenix doesn't go down once again. Air Cougar and DeWurst doing a good job of zoning them off of Fire Giant in the meantime.
Yeah, Air Cougar's just so scary now. When you see him, you kind of know you need to back up.
That's for sure. Air Cougar has been doing a lot of damage thus far, and he is now up to 19,300, almost caught up with Sandbam here. DeWurst actually leading the pack, making a lot of damage with the Mystical Mail ticking in on the enemy teams in the last couple team fights, up to 21,548.
Yeah, Air Cougar at this point is almost fully online too. We are seeing Sun Wukong though being absolutely massive.
Yeah, look for him to possibly build into a Hasten Vitalis here. That or maybe some crit.
Yeah, definitely would not be a bad move to go into the crit too. We are seeing aggro might be able to get a good shot off here, but it connects on D-Worst, just doesn't do enough damage.
Cataclysm for the disengage. And the ultimate from McBoys. McBoys is going deep here now. He's going to back it up from the portal. They're going to bridge it off into the blind spot. They're going to try and bait out the fight on Fire Giant as they have Zeus and the Hu Yi ultimates both up for the next engagement.
They're in a tough spot. Elevate doesn't have many options on the table right now, and they keep going into these team fights. And look, El Chapo may just be able to get picked off here. Sandbam pouring the damage in. El Chapo not looking like he's going to be able to get out of there. Tectonic Rift goes down and brings him down. Pillar of Agony not doing too much there.
Yeah, the Pillar of Agony not doing a whole lot. Hu Yi's ultimate is, though, as McBoys picks up the kill on Brochacho. That is a bad turn for Elevate right now. Aggro could be in a lot of trouble as well. There's a lot of damage going on him. Jelly going to get the snare as well and the pull, and that's going to be lights out for Jelly. For Aggro, sorry, as Jelly puts down that expert stun. Let's just look at DeWurst now as he's just on top of Ozzy and Puka, putting tons of damage as the Fire Giant has started up their backflip from deep. as Ozzy trying to do anything here, but it's 40 damage. A hit auto attack's not going to do much to Dworst, as he is just laying down the damage and now has Fire Giant, and that has to feel bad if you're Elevate.
Yeah, they're making it look easy right now. Dworst still following Ozzy. He's going to be able to take hits from as many towers as he wants. We do see the Neath ult come out on him. It does stun him for a second, but the entire Team Eager squad right now just hitting this Phoenix as hard as they can.
You're just going to see how well Dworst is doing right now against the Neath and the Hades, as he has that Pestilence online. And that, with the healing reduction, is just stunting Ozzy completely. He can't heal up at all. McCoy is coming down with the ultimate on the Phoenix. That's going to burn that down. It's going to be the first Phoenix in the game for Eager, as we see Brochacho making a move in, looking for a Cataclysm to try and set up something for a team fight. But Eager going to back it off as they wait for their ultimates to recharge on the Hu Yi and the Zeus. Zeus is up. There's a Wrath of Terror. Look for Sandbam to put that ultimate down. There it is. It's going to be on top of Ozzy and Brochacho, as the Pillar of Agony is going to do the reverse that it was meant to do. It's going to put all the damage on top of Ozzy. Ozzy with one charge on him. Look for Dworst to chase him down. Brochacho and Puka in a lot of trouble. Tectonic Rift on Puka, and the Berserker's Mirage is going to secure that. Brochacho in a lot of trouble right now as the Cudgel goes down. Going to get kicked out of his rollout.
This could be
and
GG here.
This is likely GG.
Yeah, the damage is coming in on that Titan right now. And the entire Eager squad looking very healthy. They are running away with this game. If they can get it down here, I would actually be surprised. They are going to have to back up. Aggro, though, taking quite a bit of damage.
Ag, we're going to go down to Matt Coy's. Dworst almost going down there, but made the smart move out of the Phoenix. The Order Titan actually reset after that engagement as Ozzy waits for the Pillar of Agony. He's going to pick up the kill on Jelly, and that is going to be with his 3.
Yeah, Dworst getting really aggressive here. They want to close this game out, but Ozzy's just taking advantage of them getting a little too aggressive here. He's going to pick up triple kill. The Order Titan's going to reset.
Ozzy just, with his auto attacks, used the Order Titan to his advantage there. He was just able to, oh my god, sash on Air Cougar now as well. This is not what you want to have happen as Eager. They can make the turn on your Phoenix. If he catches you, do not let El Chapo get that ultimate on you, or this game could be over. There is the sash, and look for the ultimate to come out as well. And here is Ozzy. That's the fair, and the jump over the wall. Is it going to be enough? The sash should be recharging here again shortly. There it is again, as the great chase is on. The great escape from Air Cougar, though, as he looks for his jump to come up. Once again, he is baiting them around, and the Cataclysm's going to get him. That is the ultimate to be used from Gab.
They have a window of opportunity right now. It looks like they're going to turn to the Gold Fury, but the Gold Fury is not going to be quite enough. It is an important global objective here, but they need to be able to convert this into a tower as well. Zeus back on the map, though, which is a solid threat.
Yeah, that is a solid threat for sure. Good ability there by Ozzy. He knew the limitations of his champion, or God, to get in there and just take down those guys with the Titan. A little bit too aggressive by Eager. When it reset, it kind of tilted the scales back in favor of Elevate there on that engagement.
They do take the Gold Fury here, though, but when we look at the graph, we are going to see the gold difference is still about 7,000 in favor of Team Eager, and the XP difference is about 20,000. The main thing they want there, they need to take the advantage of the death, take the advantage of the time in the graveyard, and convert onto global objectives.
That's for sure, and they need to do that slowly. They only have one Phoenix down. This is not unsurmountable for them right now. That's going to be the tier 1, going to go down to minions for them as well. Those are the little things that need to start going in your favor if you are Elevate. Things looking a little bit better now as the towers are pretty much even.
Yeah, the towers are pretty much even. They do have a little bit more damage on that tier 2 in the mid, and that looks like it might be the tower that we see Eager hit first. They're trying to get in there right now.
And yeah, they're likely to get this one. We don't want to, Elevate doesn't want to engage that. They don't know where Hu Yi is right now. And Geb not ready for the fight, as we see the big grouping going to come here on the left-hand side of the map as they look for that other tier 2 from Eager. But the big grouping coming out from Elevate, look for a big team fight to happen here if Eager does aggress on this tower. And they are. Here's the start. Look for Geb to come in with the Blink Cataclysm. With the engagement on El Brochacho now, we're going to see the Tiger Sun hit here as the Hu Yi ultimate's going to go down. That's a lot of damage coming in. Mac Boy is looking for the deep turn here as well. Zeus ultimate going to be expended there as well. Mac Boy is going to go into Berserker's Barrage here any moment. There it is. Ozzy in a lot of trouble. There's the ultimate on top of Mac Boy. However, Nija going to pluck him up into the air, half health, right now, Air Cougar, Sambam, and MacBoys all low. They're going to have to back it up here as Elevate.
We're still engaging with Uzi. He does miss that cudgel there, and we are going to see Neath get the stun off for just a second on him, and he's going to take quite a few hits from this Phoenix, but finally the cudgel does connect, and that's going to take Uzi down. Puka, though, trying to punish D-Worst for his aggression and aggro in pursuit as well. If they connect here, they may be able to get a solid amount of damage on, but once he pops that bird form, yeah, he's just going to fly right out of there. And that is going to be enough for Sylvanas and crew to move in and try to get this Phoenix down.
Absolutely insane. Diverse going Titan deep there, Fountain deep, I should say, for the kill. Good pickup by them. Also, El Chapo making the sash play in. I'm going to turn against him as we see now the turn on the Titan. The health a little bit lower this time. They may be able to make it happen. Down to 50% health. Here is the big engagement. Air Cougar going to pick up the kill on aggro as Rachacho makes the move in. Titan down to 10%. That is going to be game right there, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 going to go to Eager.
Sambam doing work even until the end. Yeah, the game doesn't only go to them, it goes to them quite convincingly. What does Elevate need to do in the next matchup? It didn't appear that they lost Pix bans. They just kind of didn't do what their comp was meant to do. They couldn't engage well enough. It looked like Eager was just able to kind of pick them off one by one early on.
Eager had the better team comp in regards to just team fight potential and objective control.
Yeah.
They beat them out that way. The thing with Elevate, the thing they had going for them was just these picks, these quick picks, and they weren't able to make it happen. Hades, Ozzy was forced into building very tanky as a Guardian, so the Pillar of Agony was used more of a lockdown. The problem with that being is that there was no sustained damage and ability for them to get in. With the Zeus ultimate and the Hui ultimate being there, zoning out their carries, they weren't able to do damage with the Pillar of Agony plays. So that was the issue.
We're going to have to see what they're going to break out to try to secure at least one win in this matchup. We're going to run to a quick commercial break, and we'll see that game when we return.